The one mistake that followed me for 7 years. Disclaimer, this is a very long post, and I'm writing this on my phone, so if there's a lot of mistakes, I'm sorry. It all started in high school. I was a naive, shy, and awkward 14-year-old when I asked this one guy to our school's Sadie Hawkins dance. I knew him from a mutual friend of ours, but we really didn't talk. All I knew was that we both liked anime and manga, and that he was kinda quiet most of the time. So I wanted to be nice, and I asked him out to the dance. That was mistake number 1 that started the years of torment. He said yes, and we agreed that we would just meet at the dance with the rest of our friends. A few hours later, I get a message on Facebook from him, and it's a long message telling me that he always had a crush on me, that I was beautiful, and that he couldn't compare my beauty to anything else because he considered that an insult to how beautiful I was. It was pretty cringy, but at the end of it, he asked if I would be his girlfriend. I was uncomfortable after reading the entire message, but again, being the shy and awkward 14-year-old that I was, told him yes, mistake 2nd. He was ecstatic. He asked to call me that night and asked for my phone number, and I gave it to him, mistake 3rd. He calls me later that night, and I learned a lot of things that I did not want to know. One of the major things was that this guy was a massive crybaby. I'm not trying to say that men that cry are weak, but this guy would cry at everything and would always play the victim. Felt like all his friends didn't like him? Cry. No girl other than me would love him? Cry. Teacher. Failed all of his assignments even though he openly admitted he didn't want to do any of the work? Cry. The list goes on, but I'll get to more things later. I also learned that night that he had a foot fetish, and now that I had his girlfriend, he was going to do so many things to my feet. Again, not trying to shame anyone, but as a 14 who didn't like showing off any part of my body, I was uncomfortable, and when I went silent for a little bit, guess what he did? Cry because I thought he was a freak. His words, not mine. I told him no, I didn't think that. Though I was starting to, he instantly cheered up. He continued to call me every night, and the conversations usually were the same as the first night he called until the night of the dance. At the dance, he mentioned he never had his first kiss and how sad it was. I already had my first kiss at this point, and I'm so glad he wasn't it. I kissed him at the dance just to get it over with. However, throughout the night, he would try to kiss me even more, and even tried shoving his tongue in my mouth. It got so bad that a teacher had to pull us apart. Of course, he goes off to sulk and cry. After the dance, I get a text from him saying how magical I made the night for him, that the kiss was delicious, not exaggerating, and how the stupid teacher didn't understand our love, again, not exaggerating. I was feeling pretty sick to my stomach at this point and wanted to break up with this guy, but I stayed a little bit longer, mistake 4th. 2 days later, he asked me out on a date to the movies. Stupidly, I said yes, and he asked if one of his best friends could come, and if I could bring one of my best friends since his friend found her attractive and wanted her to be his girlfriend.